When Darth Vader proposed to his son that they join forces together in defeating Palpatine, he didn't imagine that instead of joining him, his son would choose death instead by jumping into an unknown abyss. Thankfully, Luke Skywalker went on to be saved by Leia and the Millennium Falcon. They went on to meet up with the rebellion in the Mid-Rim, which was the rendezvous point Delta 3. Unfortunately for the Millennium Falcon and the rebels, the Empire had completely surrounded them. They were completely scattered after the Battle of Hoth. One particular Imperial commander that was after their tail was Commander Zahra, who was aboard the Imperial Star Destroyer called Tarkin's Will, in the honor of the late Wilhuff Tarkin. She was a brilliant master tactician. War was in her blood, and she had completely surrounded and outmaneuvered the rebellion. Their fleet was getting crushed minute after minute. She even went on to call this massacre beautiful as she was watching. Her lieutenant gave her the works. Everything that they were deploying was being run masterfully, and every time the enemy ships wanted to navigate through the Imperial blockade, they would die instantly. The rebels were completely trapped. She had come up with these ideas a few years back, and everything had worked out as she had imagined. She had a brilliant mind for war. She had gone as far as to tell Darth Vader that this tactic would work. Their second engagement, however, was still underway, and they had ways to go in order to destroy these rebel ships. Once they do, the lieutenant assured her that he will update her. Now, one of the X-Wings had slipped by the blockade. Commander Zahra was ruthless. She ordered the technician to transfer controls of one of the gun to one of their batteries to this station. One shot only. She took manual control and immediately dispatched the X-Wing with one click. There was no way they could escape and rally other troops, warn their other rebel friends. With a smile, she saw the X-Wing get obliterated. As it usually happens, the rebels could not do much but just watch on as, in the nick of time, the Millennium Falcon had appeared, hopefully to the rescue. Leia Organa was most likely aboard, and Commander Zahra was well aware of that. In fact, she hated Leia Organa and would do whatever it is necessary to kill this princess. She ordered to divert to them an entire squadron, and while the other Imperials were not sure that they needed all that firepower, it was worth it. According to Commander Zahra, that ship had escaped the Empire over and over again, and it was beginning to become an embarrassment. Not to mention that killing Leia Organa could end the entire rebellion in one blow. She ordered everybody to destroy that ship, no matter what the cost. In her mind, not only did she hate the Millennium Falcon and Leia Organa, but this was her chance to prove herself, to end the war once and for all. But no matter how smart Commander Zahra would be, the band of rebels that was Leia Organa, Luke, and now Lando aboard the Millennium Falcon, Chewie had the brilliant idea of simply destroying one of the light cruisers with the Millennium Falcon's newly installed missiles and simply open up a path for all the rebels to jump into lightspeed. Ultimately, that's exactly what they did. The Millennium Falcon destroyed that cruiser, much to the dismay of Commander Zahra, who knew what the rebels were up to. The lieutenant was fast with that report. Sensors indicated that over 90% of the rebel vessels had made their jump into lightspeed. Infuriated by what just happened, Commander Zahra yelled at the lieutenant, telling him that she is not blind. She ordered the fleet to stand down, frustrated that she now had to make a call. That call was to none other than Darth Vader. She needed to report what had happened. She tried to give him the usual fluff piece of how good they did, making it seem that the glass is half full and not half empty, as Vader's mindset was always shown to be. The signal analysis protocol she designed allowed them to locate two cells of the rebel fleet. They attacked both cells. While one was completely destroyed, the other escaped, unfortunately, although they suffered very significant losses, according to Commander Zahra. She would consider part of this operation a success, but partial success did not exist, according to Darth Vader. She either succeeds or she doesn't. How could she have allowed the rebels to escape? Now Commander Zahra pulled out her excuses. The operation was disrupted by the Millennium Falcon. They believe Leia Organa was aboard along with other prominent rebel fighters. She attempted to destroy the vessel, but Vader immediately interjected, telling her that the Millennium Falcon is completely off limits. He is aware that she hates Leia Organa, and if possible, she has permission to kill her on the spot. But there is another individual that Vader had interest in. He often flied aboard the Millennium Falcon, and if he was killed, the repercussions would be significant. Vader knew that his son, Luke Skywalker, was frequently aboard the Millennium Falcon. His death would mean the death of his dreams, the dreams of Skywalkers ruling the galaxy. In a disappointed manner, Darth Vader told Zahra that much faith had been placed in her by both herself and Emperor Palpatine, especially after her previous failures. Vader wanted to hear no more of partial success. She needed to locate and destroy the remnants of all the rebel fleets. That was the ultimate success that Vader expected from Commander Zahra, and afterwards, he simply dismissed her. What is interesting to see is that Vader ultimately adopted the philosophy of Master Yoda, although in an evil, dark manner. While Yoda insisted that someone do or do not, Vader had a similar approach to crushing his enemy. There was no partial success. He either succeeded or he failed. What do you guys think ultimately? Tell me down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.